Lisa Parker. It is the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. It is day 3 or 4. If you started on Thursday, we're going to actually be going through Monday for Locals Night for special screenings of the films that have won awards. Someone that is an award winner is with us today. Wild and Scenic Film Fest regular Palmer Morse is here with us from the Bay Area. Hey Palmer, it's always good to see. Here you are, here to spread the joy and all the good things.
Yeah,
and
so happy to be here.
It's good to have you here. So you have a new film in the works.
Yes.
And so we're going to talk. What is the film? What's happening?
Right now it is called Adaptation.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, it's such a pleasure to be back here. Year after year to come and show films or just come as a participant, an audience member. And this year I have the great privilege of showing a film that's in progress and trying to get it off the ground, which is very exciting.
So does that mean you're showing like a trailer of it, or?
Yeah, earlier this afternoon we showed our work in progress teaser. We showed some sample scenes and we actually had a panel discussion and it was great.
What was the panel discussion on?
The film itself, but the panel discussion was particularly on future-proofing homes in the face of the climate crisis. Our film Adaptation is about a unique research facility in South Carolina called the Insurance Institute for Business Home Safety, or IBHS is the shorthand. And in this facility, they're able to recreate hurricane force winds, wildfire, and hail in a lab setting. And they're testing various building materials against those extreme weather events to understand how we can build more resilient homes as extreme weather events are getting more prevalent across the United States and the world.
Wow.
It's very cool stuff. It really feels like Mythbusters, but for
That's amazing.
Conservation, climate change. Very interesting.
I know right now you're building awareness and funding. What is a barrier right now? Why, with that technology, why aren't we seeing more of it right now?
Yeah, I think it's really, that's part of our intention of creating a film, is that this research is happening. It's been happening for about almost 2 decades now in this really unique facility in rural South Carolina. Kind of like the last place you would expect a facility like this to exist for many reasons, but I think the knowledge is not, it's clear that the education and knowledge and research is not reaching the mass populace in the way that it could. And I see a film as a method and a means to kind of engage with people, screen the film, have a conversation, share education and resources, and that's what I love about film. It's a tool to create change and conversation.
For sure. You've been doing this a long time. We were just saying your partner in crime, Matt, isn't here for the first time.
I still haven't forgiven him, but it's fine.
He's still here with us.
Yes.
So what is, personal story always ties into this. What was your own personal story in this, or you think the one that needs to be told that will help people build a greater connection and wanting to care about this?
Yeah, definitely. I think part of our approach in making this film is to create a film about the climate crisis and extreme weather events that, it sounds strange, but is actually entertaining, like very informative, but is really grabbing people's attention with engaging visuals and audio. I heard about this facility on the radio. I was listening to KQED where I live in the Bay Area, and I heard them describing this facility, its capabilities, and just wanted to know more and see for myself what the capabilities are. And we've had the chance to go with some of their research team into the field. This past summer, we were filming in West Texas, chasing supercell hailstorms.
Wow.
They were storm chasing. They were finding grapefruit-sized hail the day before we got there. The day we were there, they found golf ball-sized hail. And I tell this story, I told it earlier today, but there was this guy we met who was just at a truck stop in West Texas, and he was just popping dents out of people's cars. That was his side business. I think he was maybe like a teacher full-time, but when he was off in the summer, he was just popping dents out. And I remember talking to him and saying, this is crazy. This business exists that you've created because these extreme storms have created this opportunity for you. Do you think about why these storms are happening? Why are they getting more severe? And for him, that connection wasn't quite clear. And I see this film as a way to engage with folks and maybe who are not yet on board in believing that climate change is here and it's real, and approaching that not through a divisive standpoint, but as a more engaging, visual kind of entry point into the larger conversation.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. And so what are you asking for everybody right now to ensure that this film is completed and shared, and then hopefully it'll be at Wild and Scenic?
Yeah, I would love to come back. Right now our timeline is to try and complete the film in next year, 2026. Right now we have a fiscal sponsor who has come on board in Five Point Adventure Film Festival out of Colorado, making any donations to support this film tax deductible. It's a great partnership that we've established, and you can go on our website, sprucetone.com/adaptation, and there's a donate button on there, or reach out to me, and we're just looking for partners to bring on board to help screen the film and begin the conversation as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. And how many films have you made, by the way?
Made generally?
Yeah. Do you think?
I think like entering now like the teens, I'd say.
Wow.
Yeah. Short documentaries.
How
mainly.
many years have you been to Wild and Scenic? Do you know?
I think this is probably my 9th year.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm starting to like recognize some of your
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's family.
Yeah.
It's a family here.
It really is.
You know, what is it? My last question is, and what is it for you, Palmer, that keeps you going in all this? Because it's a lot of work sometimes. I mean, when you are a filmmaker, you're being trusted to tell the story, you've got the production piece, and then it's even it's like a business where you have to sustain it and be your livelihood, and you have to fund it. You're raising money. I mean, it's a whole encompassing experience.
Yeah, I mean, what keeps me going that's a great question. I think it really is right now with this project in particular is I feel like I'm very interested in solutions-based storytelling. I think rightfully so. There's been a lot of media and content that is erring towards doomism. There's nothing we can do. We have to give up hope. And I feel like at this point, I'm looking for solutions and trying to meet people where they're at and providing that information. So that's what really keeps me going, is just the work itself, immersing myself in it, and looking for positive content to share.
I love that. And we need the positive stories. We need the solutions, and they're out there. They're out there, and that's what Wild and Scenic is about. You know, we're going to be talking with Micah in just a minute from Canyon Chorus, and he was just talking about, how other festivals and really being pulled towards the doom and gloom. And Wild and Scenic is specifically focused on, we know there's we know the situation we're in, and what are the stories and positive outcomes? What can we do about that? It's not hopeless.
Yeah, and I think there's space for both, right?
There is
like we got to do both.
But telling both,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if people watch films and engage and just feel bad leaving, what?
That is not what drives that. They even know why people vote a certain way. The demographics, the logistic pieces of the stats, that comes in 12th. It's what resonates with us emotionally. What makes us feel something is number one.
Definitely.
So, and you do that so well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Palmer. It's Adaptation. It's in development, and we can support it. And he's here at Wild and Scenic, so you can catch him. I'm Elisa Parker, and we'll be back in just a bit. Thank you. Thanks, Palmer.